It's time for the Mohney Show. High atop the third story of the historic Gibson House overlooking beautiful downtown Centralia. The star of the show, Steve Mohney.
Yes. Welcome to another exciting edition of the Mohney Show. And as you can see in the chair right here is Brittany. Paul's on assignment. Oh, you have to do the salute.
Oh, well,
yeah,
here's
the Paul salute.
Salute.
Yeah, Bryson's hooked up right there.
Paul's on assignment.
He's on assignment.
Yeah. And
yes. I'm not really sure what that is, but
my add-on is here.
He's sitting right there. He's gonna have, is this lunch or snack or what? Brunch, yeah, brunch, and then he's going to lay down and have nappy time, right?
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, no, he's always quiet. So this is our Halloween / we've got different things to discuss. I think we want to talk about the weather a little bit from this past weekend. I also want to talk about the induction ceremony at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That was on the 19th. I missed that because it was my friend's party, Eric's party. His big 60th party. So if Eric's watching, happy birthday. Hope you had a great time. It was a wonderful time at the Newaukum Grange. We had all kinds of different people out there that we hadn't seen for years.
You partied at the Grange?
We partied at the Grange.
My kids call that the party house.
It's the party house. Yeah, Exit 88 was there, and thanks to those guys for coming. But a lot of fun, and I guess I've kind of turned into a geezer because for the first time, are you ready for this?
Yes.
I was actually sitting there in the other side visiting with people while there was a rock and roll band playing on the other side.
Well, you're not. If you were a geezer, you would have said the music was too loud. You're trying to have a conversation.
I tell you what, you guys shut that thing down a little bit.
Yeah. Did you park a camper in the parking lot?
No, I didn't do that. I did want to go in and ask him if I could play. I came close to going, can I sit in? And then I thought, I better not say anything. Anyway, speaking of the world of music, let's talk about the 2024 inductees to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Let's do it.
Yeah, a couple of them way overdue. So Mary J. Blige, she got into the Rock Hall. I don't have any information on her. I'm sorry. I don't know much about her.
Well, I was confused until you pointed out earlier that this is the performer category.
Yes, this is the performer category.
Because, my first question was, Mary J. Blige is a rock star?
Yeah. Well, I've questioned that forever. It's like, what?
So it's not just me then.
Well, all bets are off because Dolly Parton's in the hall.
Yeah, I mean,
which is fine. I love her.
Yeah.
And I think part of it is, this is the performer category, but it's also what you did during your most popular time, I think, to change culture.
Okay, so
there's that.
Then, yeah.
So so there's that.
Yeah.
Cher finally inducted into the Rock Hall.
And didn't you tell me she was a begrudging?
Oh yeah, hold on a second here. I got all my information right here. It says Cher right here. It says Cher keeps her claws in.
Okay.
Cher's induction was docile after she had said that she once loathed. I loathe the Rock Hall.
French language.
The sharpest that she got at the start of the speech was, she said, quote, "It was easier getting divorced from two men than it was to get inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame." Of course, she's talking about Sonny and Greg Allman.
Yeah, fair enough.
And that's it.
It's harsh, but fair enough.
Yeah, I think who'd she go out with after that?
I
think she just lives by herself now. What a talent, though.
Do you think she wrote that joke herself, or did they just put it on the teleprompter for her?
I don't know. She was so... When her and Sonny got divorced, she was so critical. And then he passed away. He got in that accident, the skiing accident. And, she was eulogizing him, and then she was just horribly upset. So, I've never seen anybody that upset on TV before. It was really heartfelt, I guess you could say. Okay, so congratulations to all these folks that got into the Rock Hall. Dave Matthews Band, also Foreigner.
Wait, so speaking of problematic performers in that category, Dave Matthews Band? I was just watching a show last night where they brought up the tour bus incident.
Oh.
Where have you
No, I know nothing about the Dave Matthews
Oh
Band.
man! All right. Well, so we got to go back in music lore
Okay,
for a
okay.
second. Dave Matthews Band was in Chicago.
Yeah, you got to get on that mic a little more. There you go.
Dave Matthews Band was in Chicago back in the 2000s at some point.
Right.
And one of their tour bus drivers decided to empty the sewage tanks going over the Chicago River.
Oh.
And it was one of those bridges that has the grates.
Yeah.
So like it goes through.
Right.
And there was a boat of people underneath on
Oh
the tour.
my word! Really?
Yeah.
What are you doing that for? Do they do? Is that routine? Do people?
I don't know.
Aren't you supposed to pull in and put it in the?
That's illegal.
Yeah.
But I mean, to be fair, it wasn't the band; it was the driver.
Well, no, I know, but shouldn't you hook that thing up like in RV when Robin Williams hooks up the?
Yeah.
You know the crap line or whatever it is.
Morning shitters full.
Merry Christmas! Shitter was full!
And they all stand out there, and everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they all clap.
Not to introduce profanity to the show, but it's a
Man,
classic.
oh,
line.
that
Come
was
on.
some good stuff right there. Okay, so that's your Dave Matthews story.
Yes.
Okay, congratulations to those guys. Long overdue. In fact, Paul McCartney said this about a year ago. Somebody said, "Hey, Paul, what do you think about Foreigner not being inducted into the Rock Hall so far?" And Paul said, "You ready for this one?"
Yes, I think I remember this episode.
Paul goes, "What the f?" Okay, so you're gonna beep that out, right?
Sure.
Okay.
I'll try.
Foreigner inducted by Sammy Hagar. It's cool.
Okay.
Yeah, Sam talked about Foreigner for.
Can't drive 55, but
Yeah,
okay.
he probably talked about him. I don't know, for 30 minutes. You know, huge fan of Foreigner.
Okay.
I just remember hearing that stuff when I was really young in 1977 when Foreigner came out. That stuff, I mean, it didn't. I don't know how they got on the radio. It was AM radio back then.
Yeah.
And this stuff didn't sound good until, you know, it was 1980 or so, 81, when you started hearing this stuff on FM radio, that it really made sense.
Yep.
So, you know, to have stuff like Feels Like the First Time and Cold as Ice playing on a, you know, a mono radio station, it sounded good, but you know, it didn't sound really good until it was in FM stereo.
Well.
So yeah. Again, ahead of their time, just like Kiss. Same with Peter Frampton, man. Frampton Comes Alive.
Yeah.
Have you listened to that one?
Yes.
Hey, come on, man. Do you feel like we do?
So you have to remember, Steve.
I know.
I grew up with Mohney in the morning.
There's a generation gap. You did, didn't you?
I did, yes. Like Live 95 was always on my radio.
So here's one for you, because, you know, I never thought that I'd be sitting next to you doing the podcast. So you're going to school, because that's unfortunately for me, the age difference here.
Sorry.
You're listening to you're when did you graduate?
07.
Okay, so yeah, 3 years before Steven.
Yeah.
So so the kids are listening. All the friends are listening.
Steve, I used to call into the all requests, like what was the nighttime one?
Yeah, total
request at 9.
Yeah,
something
that's
like
what it
that.
was.
I called into all of those.
Yeah, nice.
And whenever somebody actually answered and I got to request my song,
What was
always
it?
like, oh, they played my song. I talked to a real DJ. So,
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
Yeah.
you say Frampton and I go to, you know, that's. where my
Do you
brain
feel like we
goes.
do?
I'm still fangirling every day, Steve.
Let's see here. Let's see. Woke up this morning with a wine glass in my hand. Whose wine? What wine? Where the hell did I dine? Must have been a dream. Yeah, anyway, that's Peter Frampton, obviously. Oh, I know what I was going to say. I had a chance to, speaking of radio, I had a chance to interview Peter Frampton. Man, that was a long time ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was really cool.
How'd you end up getting that gig?
It was through VH1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so interviewed him, but, you know, he was really, you know, he was in a lot of different bands and you know, such before he was a solo artist, you know, in the mid 70s with, you know, Frampton Comes Alive. He was also good friends with the Beatles too.
Really?
Yeah, so he was involved in that whole 9 yards.
That's not a connection I would have put together.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was I can't remember. I mean, you rock and roll folks, you're going, oh man, he was in Humble Pie?
Humble Pie.
Humble Pie, I think it was. I don't know. That's
Humble Pie. American Pie?
Sometimes stuff goes here. I know a lot, but I don't know everything. So
Mhm.
sometimes I have to look stuff up. I'm sorry because somebody's yelling at me right now. Hey, it was in so and so. Cool in the Gang. Congratulations to those guys. Man, they're fantastic.
Mhm. Yeah,
So-
they're still in rotation on my playlist.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Ozzy walked in with, I would imagine with a, you know, he's Ozzy's getting pretty old.
So Ozzy's another one that like I didn't grow up with Ozzy the musician. I grew up with like Ozzy from his
I know.
TV show. And so like
I know.
you say the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and I'm like, I'm thinking, Sharon.
Yeah, exactly. What's Jack doing? Yeah.
Don't know.
I mean, during the show, where are the kids at? And Ozzy's sitting there, he's going, chocolate ice cream in the refrigerator here.
So you say Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and that's where my brain is.
But I mean, because I watched the show too, because it was kind of like Gene Simmons' Family Jewels, which I thought was fantastic.
Same
and
thing.
Ozzy's like, I mean, the big deal of the day was, I remember one episode, he's pulling open, the freezer, and because they're they're millionaires, so money is no object,
Right.
and the freezer's got like 32. Of those round half-gallon things of Dreyer's ice cream or whatever. And I'm like, hey, sounds like Keith Richards in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, and he's all that for some ice cream.
Yep.
So anyway, he's in.
Yeah. Relatable. It's not.
Yeah. A Tribe Called Quest inducted into the Rock Hall. I do believe that, let's see here, Dave Chappelle honored A Tribe Called Quest, and then Jack Black paid tribute to Ozzy.
Dave Chappelle paying tribute to them is fitting.
Yeah.
I think A Tribe Called Quest was on his Chappelle's show.
Yeah. I think you're right.
Yeah. So, that's cool.
You can watch it. It says it's currently available to watch on in full on Disney Plus. This thing went like 5 hours.
Okay. Sorry.
I know what you're gonna say.
I can't get over some of the stuff that is on Disney Plus now, because when we got it for the kids, like it was just like the Disney, like the family stuff.
Oh yeah, I'm watching Herbie.
Yeah, now you open the app and like the first slide in their featured stuff is their the reality pot shop show.
Well, they've got everything. They've got it pops up and it's Disney. It's also National Geographic.
Yeah.
It's all that stuff.
Yeah.
By the way, and not to be left out, one of our absolute heroes, and I think the second or third most wealthy musician in the world behind Paul McCartney, Jimmy Buffett. He was honored for musical excellence. So he got
Fitting.
so they talked about Jimmy quite a bit, and not a dry eye in the house.
Who presented his award?
Didn't
I say?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean,
I'm sure it was somebody that had ties to him.
Hold on, let's. Oh, you know what? Annabelle Dexter Jones, daughter of Foreigner co-founder guitarist Mick Jones, she did speak on behalf of her father. Mick Jones, currently battling Parkinson's disease, unable to travel.
Oh,
so it was pretty cool.
Okay.
As far as one of the things too, I think we should think about with some of these bands. Why do we wait so freaking long to honor them, and they can't even play? I mean, Foreigner was eligible to be inducted into the Rock Hall.
You're a lot less complicated as a person after you've passed away. In some cases,
I don't know. I guess so. Just why don't we look at some of these people that we know are going to be inducted and get them in there before.
If the person dies and you honor them, nobody wants to be like, well, why'd you honor that person? Like it's considered rude.
I guess
don't
so.
know.
But then they can't perform.
Yeah, true. But now we have holograms, Steve. Haven't you seen?
No, I know. I know.
Have you seen the Tupac hologram? Come on.
No, I haven't. There's a Michael Jackson one. I know that.
Yeah, I think there was a Tupac one too.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. I mean, for the sake of entertainment, I mean, if they did, like Elvis or something, I think there's one of those as well.
Yeah, I mean, if I was an artist I didn't ever have a chance to see, sure, I'd be interested.
I mean, and with AI, that's kind of scary. Boy, he's really looking around, isn't he?
He's into this. Bryson's ready for podcasting.
He's going to be doing that. So we'll take a break, and then we're going to come back and we're going to talk more about music, but it's going to be Halloween music.
Okay.
And so a yay or a nay on the songs that I've dug up, the Halloween songs. Ooh. See if you like them.
I'm excited about
that.
And
then I'm going to give you one quiz question. It was directed at Paul. It's like a really super duper easy question.
Okay.
And then we'll talk about Halloween events.
Okay.
As well. So it's the Mohney Show, and we're kind of a transitional area right now because we're right before Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as we tape this, we're like. What is it, 9 days? Yeah, so a week and 2 days before Halloween. So a lot of the events that we'll talk about, they're coming up either one last weekend or into Halloween. So stay close. Mohney Show back after this.
The weather is changing, and it's time to make sure your vehicle is ready for heavy rain, cold morning starts, plus ice and snow. Schedule an appointment now at Point S Centralia OK Tire to have a multi-point inspection. The pros at Point S will check your shocks, brakes, including fluid, battery, and of course your tires. Point S Centralia OK Tire has the best brand name tires like Cooper, Goodyear, and Nokian in stock and ready to put on. Your new tires also come with a warranty good at over 200 locations. Point S Centralia OK Tire, 1741 Harrison Avenue in Centralia.
Back with the Mohney Show, and I'll tell you what, I would call this the Halloween edition of the Mohney Show, but it's really so much more.
Yeah, I mean, we had the pre-Halloween last week.
Yeah, we did.
For some.
And we haven't done candy bar lineup, which I guess we could do that next week.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
it'll come out on
and get,
Wednesday. It'll
I'm on
come
a
out-
diet though right now, so I'm trying to stay away from all this stuff.
Yeah, but it would come out on Halloween Eve. That's kind of cool.
That is cool. So we're going to talk about the stuff that's happening, because there's lots of trunk or treat things, going on. But first, I wanted to touch base on some Halloween music. So I guess right out of the what am I trying to say here?
Right out the gate.
Out of the gate. What's your favorite Halloween song?
Oh, man. Okay, this is going to sound really crazy, and
Yeah.
you're probably going to be disappointed in me. But
With a Monster Mash.
Purple People Eater?
Oh man!
A one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater sure looks strange to me.
I had a cassette tape growing up that had
That's,
the best Halloween songs on it. And
The
that was
Purple People
always-
Eater by
Yeah. It was a one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater. Yeah, you know what I'm
Who
talking
did that
about.
again? I forgot.
Yeah.
Do
I
you remember who did it?
No, I don't. I just
I'll
remember.
think of it. I'll
Okay,
think of it.
It's going to come to you. But that was my jam. That was my boogie.
Wow. How old were you?
Oh, I was probably 9 or 10
Really?
when I got a hold of that cassette. Yeah.
The cassette. For those of you that don't know, everyone knows what a cassette is. Okay, so some of my favorite songs, "Devil Woman" by Cliff Richard.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know that one?
Yep.
She's just a devil woman. Yeah.
Of course, some people have said that song's about me. Steve.
Ah, man. Yeah, I've come out of that one many times and said,
Is that
"Oh,
funny,
yeah, I think I
Bryce?
know her."
Yeah.
"Zombie" by the Cranberries.
Yes.
You know that one?
I do. It's not really Halloween-y to me, but I get with it being zombie.
I think they just took
Yeah.
the name and
Zombie.
yeah.
Zombie.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's I don't remember it.
Yeah. No, it's like
Up-tempo.
the chorus of the song. Yeah, it's mid-tempo.
Okay.
Yeah.
"Bad Moon Rising," Creedence.
Oh, classic.
"Sympathy for the Devil," Stones.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those are good ones. "Highway to Hell," AC/DC. I mean, they're on the highway to hell.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how Halloweenish that is.
Speaking of devil songs, is "Running with the Devil" on there?
Well,
Van
that's
Halen?
one of those things where I always wondered about that one.
Yeah, it's on their greatest hits album. My
It's-
dad had that CD, and so I'm really familiar with that one.
I don't think Van Halen was really talking about. I think that was just like the hook.
Running with the devil.
Yeah, Diamond Dave.
Yeah.
Hey, "A Nightmare on My Street," DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince.
Okay.
You know that one?
I don't.
I don't have any idea what it was.
I know
It is.
Jazzy Jeff and all that, but
Okay.
that one's not coming to mind.
"Dracula" by Rob Zombie.
Okay, obviously.
I saw Rob in concert.
Yeah. You went to Rob Zombie in concert?
No, I went to Ozzy.
Oh, Ozzy in
Yeah,
concert.
Eric took me to go
Okay.
see Ozzy, and then
Okay.
Rob opened up.
There it is.
And so I think maybe I may have taken a break and went to the beer garden. Man, Rob was like, boy, he's hardcore. I mean,
Yeah.
he was dressed up. He scared me.
Yeah.
But we had good seats. We were just looking right down on the stage.
That's
so.
the music that was coming from the weight room in high school.
yeah,
I
boy.
didn't go in there.
The Devil Went Down to Georgia.
Yeah.
He was
I
looking
mean,
for a
again,
soul to steal.
Not really Halloweeny, but
No.
okay, Devil Song, got it.
I don't think I ever played that one as far as a Halloween song. Charlie Daniels Band. We certainly played this one, Time Warp by, the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yeah.
I like that song.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Don't Fear the Reaper.
Oh, obviously.
Yeah, Blue Oyster
And
Cult.
weren't we just talking about SNL last week on the show? Cowbell.
Cowbell. Need more. I got a fever.
And what's the prescription, Steve?
I'll tell you what the prescription is. More cowbell.
Aren't you glad I'm here this week?
God, that's the funniest crap I've ever seen in my life. Werewolves of London, Warren Zevon.
Okay, yeah. And we all know that song took on second legs with Kid Rock.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course
So,
it did.
yeah.
So I was listening to, I'd like to put a plug in too. Steve Gorman, the drummer for the Black Crowes, that he helped form the Black Crowes. He's not in the band anymore, but he was with them forever.
Mhm.
And Steve was out on tour. You know, he supported AC/DC. I think he was on, it's just with eons of people.
Yeah.
I listened to him, and he's really funny, but he knows a lot about music as well. He said he was actually, I believe, in the studio with Warren Zevon, and somebody else was in the studio with him, another big star, and they said, hey, why don't you write a song about werewolves? I'm pretty sure that was what it was.
This is vaguely ringing a bell.
Yeah, and so he sat down with this other person that was a star, and they wrote that song, Werewolves of London, in about 10 minutes.
Yeah. That's another one that I heard a lot growing up.
Yeah.
Back in the Mohney
Yeah,
era.
we played it a
things.
lot.
And it's such a, honestly, it's kind of a dumb song.
It's a stupid song.
It's so dumb, but it's like, if you didn't sit there and sing it, like, who are you? Right?
Well, the song,
Ooh,
I don't know how we got the album. The song came out on an album by Warren Zevon called Excitable Boy.
Okay.
And my cousin Jody at the time, we were both just punky kids in 78 or whatever. He said, listen to this song. And we listened to the whole record because we liked, Warren Zevon. So I was really hip. I knew what it was and who it was by the time I started playing that, when I got into broadcasting. So I've always liked it. You're right. It's kind of a,
it's so, but I mean, gosh darn it, if I wasn't singing it every time I've heard it,
Well,
right, that's what made the Kid Rock song. There was a popularity edge to it.
Absolutely. A little sample there.
So recognizable.
And Warren was a huge talent.
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, obviously Ghostbusters.
Yeah, I just watched the newest Ghostbusters movie.
Which one? There's like 9 of them now.
The newest one that has
Has
Paul
everyone
Rudd in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
How was it?
It was okay. It was a pretty casual watch.
Did you see the new Beverly Hills Cop?
No, I haven't yet.
It's not bad.
That's one I need to watch.
I mean, Judge Reinhold looks like he's 90, but
yeah, but
which
yeah,
I mean,
he is 90, right?
He's not 90, but I mean, I was looking at some of these pictures at this party that we had over the weekend because my friend Eric turned 60, and so I made a collage thing that stood up, and God, boy, we all age, don't we?
Yeah. Yep.
It's really too bad. Ghost, didn't he rip that off from Huey Lewis? I do believe he did. I Want a New Drug, Ghostbusters.
I'm not sure.
I think he did. I think that's what the deal was.
I remember watching something talking about making that song and how nobody expected it to be like a big, and then it was
great song, but I Want a New Drug. Yeah, I think he stole it. Monster Mash, Bobby Boris Pickett and the Crypt Kickers.
Yeah,
that's way back early '60s.
That's just a clever song.
It is. It's a very clever.
Like,
if you listen to it in the stereo, there's a lot going on there. Demons by Imagine Dragons.
Okay.
You like that one?
Yeah, I like Imagine Dragons.
That's not bad. One of the ones that I like that I didn't know, Eye of the Zombie by John Fogerty.
Really?
Yeah. Have you heard that one? I know you have.
No, I probably heard it, but just didn't realize that's what the song is.
Spirit in the Sky. You like that one?
Yeah.
You heard that one. Where was that?
Oh, that one always takes me back to Remember the Titans. That movie came out when I was in high school. I went to a small town school, and so that was a big movie when it came out.
That was Norman Greenbaum's only hit.
Yeah.
And then somebody did a remake on it, I think in the 90s, and they had to track Norman down in Northern California to get his address so they could give him the royalty checks. Yeah, they didn't have any information on
that
him.
sounds about right.
Dead Man's Party, Oingo Boingo. You don't know that one.
Mm-mm. No,
one of my
you
faves.
mentioned that one, and that's not. I'm sure if I heard it, like you said,
Yeah.
I'd recognize it.
But you know Living Dead Girl.
Who's that one by?
Rob Zombie.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Black Magic Woman. Yeah, Santana. Hell's Bells, AC/DC.
Yeah.
The number one song that we have not talked about. This is obviously the number one Halloween song and the source of the trivia question that's going to happen.
Okay.
Michael Jackson's Thriller.
Okay.
Who did the narration? Who did the voice parts at the end of it? Oh, come on!
I even watched like a documentary on the making of this movie.
Well, did you watch the Brady Bunch with Tiki?
Yeah.
Who was the guy in the cave when they went to return the Tiki? They found that thing. Mike was building some hotel or something.
No,
and then Bobby found Tiki.
I remember this, but I couldn't.
The tarantula.
I got nothing.
Yeah, I know you don't. And you know what?
Are you trolling me at this point?
You don't have to have anything. This is way beyond. I'm just giving you the business because how would you know? You weren't alive in 1974.
It's true. It's true. I wasn't.
I mean, so the Brady Bunch, they had Vincent Price on there. And he was like, the strange guy in a cave.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that's who,
Okay.
Well, Michael Jackson called him up and said, hey, come in here and do this.
And that's how it happened?
Well, yeah, that's the guy on the end there when he goes, ha, 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 ha. Yeah.
Did you not like that?
Anyway, that was my trivia question I was going to ask Paul.
Okay. Well, Paul probably would have got that.
I'm sure he probably would have. It was a really easy one, but at least, hey, at least you saw that episode of the Brady Bunch.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive.
I saw a lot of the Brady Bunch. You know why?
Why?
It was on Nick at Night.
Oh, yeah.
When I was a kid, and they played it like it was primetime TV. So.
Okay, we're going to take a break, and how's he doing? Has he just got air in his tummy?
I think it's about nap time. Do you have something to say, Bryson?
Yeah, anything?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. Sit tight. We're taking a break. We're back with events, Halloween events after this on The Mohney Show. At Tyler Rental, quality equipment and helpful counter pros save you costly delays. For projects big and small, Tyler has Genie man lifts and forklifts, Deere excavators, welders, and generators, plus new tools from Steel, Milwaukee, and Hilti. While you're in the store, shop for hard hats, safety glasses, gloves, hearing protection, and much more. Contractors and homeowners depend on Tyler Rental for selection and well-maintained equipment to avoid downtime. Tyler Rental, 153 Hamilton Road, south of Chehalis. The real estate market is changing, and John L. Scott can answer your questions with a free market analysis. If you're a homeowner, it's really important to get a current market analysis. It only takes a few minutes of your time and contains valuable information about your biggest investment. This might be the year to make a move and take advantage of this market. For your free market analysis, see Laura Lee today at John L. Scott, 900 West Main in Centralia. Back with our somewhat Halloween edition of the Mohney Show right now. We talked about the music before the break. And now we're talking about all the events we had in downtown Centralia last Friday and Saturday. The ghost tours happened, and then the dark market happened.
Yep.
Foul weather happened on Friday.
Yes.
And then Saturday, it quit raining. We were trying to have that party for my friend, and it was nice that it quit raining. It was a lot warmer on Saturday than Friday. It was like, Friday was cold.
Yeah. No, and I went out, it was Saturday night, and like it was breezy outside.
Yeah.
And it was pleasant.
It was pleasant.
It was warm.
Yeah, because on Friday it was like 49 degrees.
Yeah.
It was just, bleh, this is winter. But with that being said, I bet it was fun to be, getting scared and talking about ghosts and stuff because the weather was, whipping around pretty good.
I highly doubt that the Downtown Festivals Association let a little weather derail them.
No.
I think they're probably quite used to that.
No, they are. And I think that's fantastic. They were meeting every hour over at the Lewis and Clark.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where you met, to get the tickets for the tours. And then they had folks that are really versed in the history of downtown Centralia taking, you out on tours. A lot of people out on the, a lot of folks out and about and, walking around. And man, I'll tell you what, when I was in high school, I worked at the Fox Theater.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of bumping going on in that place.
I believe that.
I mean, because I used to have to work there after everybody left on Thursday night, because at that point these movies were not digital. And so the film truck would arrive at about, I don't know, 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. And it really, it depended on what you were getting. So if you were getting rid of all the movies, because we had 3 screens, and if it's a double feature, you had 4 movies. And so those had to be ready. So you had to take those movies, and then you had to take them off these big, huge reels at the time. And then you had to put them back on the small reels and put them in the boxes, and then, the film containers, and they would take them away, but they would bring new ones, and those had to be ready and watched before Friday. And spliced. So we would splice together. So you'd take the 20-minute reels, and you would go, usually go like tails out or whatever. Yeah, I was a projectionist. It was fun. But we'd be there till 1:30 in the morning on Friday morning. And then we'd have to sit through these damn movies to watch them. Sometimes we couldn't watch them all.
My first job in high school was working for Daryl Lund.
Yes.
Back when he owned Yardbirds Movie Theater, Cinema 3, and the Downtown Movie Theater. And so, yes, I remember the days of having to, at once in a while, having to hand spin plates to play a movie.
See, because you guys were using platters over there. So platters were very similar to an 8-track tape, or in the radio business, a cart. So it looks like an 8-track tape, but not, it operates like that. So the film comes out of the middle, and then it winds up on the outside. We didn't have those at the Fox.
If it goes out of sync at all,
there's
no
screwed.
Syncing. You're just
but you guys didn't have to do what we called a changeover. So,
well, right, because it spun onto itself.
Exactly, it spun onto itself. So, we would usually, or I would usually, put 3 20-minute reels on a 36-inch big reel, and then the rest of it, usually 2 reels, would go on a second one, 2 projectors, and then halfway through, if you've ever looked up at a movie and you see that blinking at the right-hand side, those are the cue marks. And so you would start the next one and do a changeover. Nobody could tell most of the time. We screwed it up most of the time too.
I mean, if I was sitting in the balcony eating my Chinese buffet or whatever, there might be a blip.
I just remember the movie is off. Oh crap!
Oh no!
Anyway, so we'd have to do those. The building of the movies. I know, boy, I really got off topic here.
No, we were.
And I'd be there by myself, and it'd be pouring down rain outside if it was winter time, and it was scary there at the Fox. I mean, I would not go behind that stage at all.
The Downtown Historic Theater had its weird.
There was a lot of bumping. I mean, I would hear noises like, and it's like, what the?
Did the Fox have a boiler?
Yes.
Chehalis had a boiler like behind the screen, and that made a lot of racket. That was scary sound.
All I know is it was because I was clear upstairs, like.
Yep.
Because we had a hatch up there, we could go up on the roof and look down. So anyway, boy, what were we talking about here? Oh, downtown.
Scary haunted things in the Fox Theater.
You got McMenamins. You got all these other places.
McMenamins. Have you been up on the upper floors of the Ayala Brothers building across the street?
No, is that one haunted?
So at one point that was the Centralia Elks Lodge.
Oh.
And so you go up there, and last I was up there was still the old double doors with the peephole where you had to do the secret knock to get in. Yeah. And there was an old dance floor up there, and creepy.
Oh, you got, I mean, like the Olympic Club, back in the day, women were don't walk on this side of the road.
Nope.
It was, this was a funny little town.
It was. And now, I mean, my husband and I stay in the hotel at Centralia once in a while.
Yeah,
I know.
So. My friend Eric stays there, and he always puts like a quarter. He loves the whole hauntedness of it. He's trying to find some kind of a spook up there. Okay, so on to the stuff that's going on this weekend. We've been talking about Bucoda.
Yep.
And Saturday, October 26th, that's this coming Saturday, 11 a.m., the final Haunted Market in Bucoda will open. Features a bunch of local vendors in the Bucoda Town Square.
Yeah. Did you see the pictures from the coffin races?
The casket races.
Casket races.
Yeah, good job. Everybody that went out there for that, really good job.
That's cool.
We didn't talk about that last time, and I thought, darn it, anyway, that we should do that.
We should.
I mean, that looks like a gas. They say here, along with the casket races, The haunted house it'll be open this weekend, but then through Halloween.
Oh, okay.
So this is new to me. I mean,
Okay.
it was on their website, but so this coming Friday from 7 to 11, Saturday 7 to 11, and then Tuesday, October 29th, 7 to 10, Wednesday, October 30th, 7 to 10, and then Halloween on Thursday, 7 to 10. So plenty of chances to go out to Boo Coda.
Yeah.
Boo!
Yeah.
Boo Coda. That's what it would be, right?
Yeah.
Boo!
Right. Are you afraid? I ain't afraid of no ghost.
Oh, and a note. I just saw this today. Scarers needed.
Oh.
Scarers. So if you want to be a scarer, if you want to scare the living crap out of somebody, they need those out at Bucoda, the spectacular haunted house. They say they'll be open Friday the 25th and Saturday the 26th.
So if you
So if you want to scare people,
if you have like a scary neighbor, is it rude to be like, "Hey, you look scary. You should go do this"? Is there?
I don't know. Do you have a scary neighbor?
No, I was just.
Oh wait, you do.
Do I?
Oh yeah, you do.
Oh yes, I do.
No, you do. You
Inside joke. We can't talk about it on the show.
You've got some scary people. So if you scare people, contact those folks. You can use Facebook Messenger, or you can come to the haunted house at 6 p.m. on Friday to connect with the staff. Scarers under 18 will need a parent's signature.
Wow.
I would do that.
Just
if I was
show up ready to scare people?
17 years. Well, I think that's what they do is they put you in the haunted house and they say, okay, and they stick it, you get whatever. Yeah. And then you, whoa, that type of thing. Yeah. So that's what's going on out in Bucoda. Bring the kiddos to trick or treat in downtown Chehalis. Mm-hmm. This is on Halloween.
It is.
So local shops passing out candy. You know about this, don't you?
I do.
Are you a part of this?
I am not a part of it, but I have participated because the downtown Chehalis and downtown Centralia trick-or-treating is done in conjunction with Trick-or-Treat Transit.
Right.
Where you get to ride the Twin City buses.
Thank you.
And people, they hear, oh, ride a city bus, lame. It's not lame. The inside of the buses are totally decked out.
Yeah.
They're decorated to the hilt. The drivers are in costume.
Nice.
My kids love it.
That's that's exactly what's going on here. So it says local shops passing out candy with the Chehalis police and fire departments who will have a spooktacular setup right next to the Chehalis Theater.
Yes.
So they have their thing there. Centralia Chehalis Chamber along with Lewis County Transit. They've got the trick-or-treat transit free. And they stop between Centralia and Chehalis, including the Lewis County Historical Museum.
Yep. I do miss, it used to be, I don't know if you remember, but it used to be trick-or-treat trolley.
Yeah.
Back when they had
the trolley. So do we still have the trolley?
I think they surplused the trolley.
Oh,
I don't think
really?
the city has it anymore.
Should have bought that thing.
But I will say, being able to use transit buses, you can haul more people. It's air conditioned and all of.
You know what? I've got to think about this, and this is something I think you would be interested in too. Yeah. Maybe we should get something like that, like the trolley or something kind of zany.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we should buy a bus and make it into the Partridge Family bus.
You could.
And then take it into parades.
You could. I just saw a trolley trailer that was for sale down in the Ridgefield area that you could tow with anything. I mean.
Halloween fun runs between 3 and 5:30. Halloween downtown Chehalis. Yep. That's the deal on that. We've also got the Veterans Memorial Museum. Their trunk or treat is October 30th. So that's cool because there's another one the next day. Yep. So October 30th between, it says 6 to whenever. Veterans Museum, candy, haunted gallery, just a lot of stuff. So again, you walk around in their parking lot. Everybody's backed in there. They've got the candy. They've got all this stuff that their trunks and vans are decorated, and it's just a great time.
Yeah, it's awesome. We are going to be in that as a trunk with Cub Scouts this year.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Oh, so you'll be there.
Yeah. Somebody at Cub Scouts said, "Oh, we should go." Is because Cub Scouts have community outing requirements and stuff like that. And I'm committee chair this year, so I said, why don't we just have a trunk? Doesn't that mean we can sit at our trunk and the kids can go?
So what trunk?
I'll be with Chehalis Cub Scouts Pack 9301.
Well, I know, but whose car? What trunk?
Oh, I don't know.
No, is it going to be?
I think it's the Cub Master's trunk, and she's got a Tesla and a Prius. So, and a truck.
You guys need a Dodge Caravan from 1981.
I want a wood panel one so bad, Steve. I want a white one with the wood panel, and I want to drive it ironically.
Oh, man. Oh, by the way, the van is dead.
Which van?
The van as a mode of transportation.
Well, that's true. They're trying to make all these vans look like SUVs now.
Well, yeah, so that's what they did. They said, "Oh, the SUV has taken over." Which is too bad.
I drove a minivan for my drive test when I turned 16.
Oh, did you?
In Morton. They were like, pretend there's a car 1.5 car lengths behind you in parallel park. Okay.
Was it your parents' van?
Yeah, it was my mom's. My first car was a 1993 Dodge Daytona ES with the sport shift. I was still learning the sport shift.
Sports shift.
It was the sporty 5-speed. So I drove the minivan.
Yeah, it took my really fitting. Took the driver's test in the Camaro.
You got more Halloween events?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Laura Lee's got stuff going on over at John L. Scott on October 31st. So Trunk or Treat is at John L. Scott, and that's at 900 West Main Street in Centralia. They have lots of candy, and so it's cool because you can hit the one at the Veterans Museum October 30th, and then go to John L. Scott and hit their Trunk or Treat in their parking lot October 31st.
Yeah. Yep.
And this is huge. The Huntington's Pumpkin and Haunted Forest.
Yes.
Have you been out there?
I have not yet. It's been on our list to take our kids because it sounds really cool.
Yeah, it's something else. 600 Cinnabar Road out in Cinnabar. No reservations needed. All tickets are sold on site once you arrive. Free entry to the pumpkin field and free parking as well. The schedule here, Haunted Forest, Friday and Saturday, dark till 11 o'clock. So do that. Flashlight Corn Maze, Friday and Saturday, dark till 11 o'clock. And then the hay rides are this coming Friday, Saturday, Sunday between 11 and 6 p.m. 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. on Halloween Day and November 1st and 2nd. Oh. So they go into the weekend. If you still want to get scared after Halloween.
If you got to wait till the weekend, you got luck. You're in luck.
Yeah, if you're working for the weekend, you know. Like if you're like Loverboy and you're working for the weekend, then, hey, you've got that. I was astonished at how many food vendors.
Really?
I thought you would know about this.
No, I didn't know about
okay,
this.
so you're ready for this. It says food vendors on the weekends, including kettle corn, elephant ears, hot dogs, cotton candy, fresh apple cider, tacos, street corn, chicken nuggets, chicken strips, burgers and fries, Cajun food, and more.
I mean, there's something for the whole family.
My word.
You said chicken nuggets, and I was like, oh, kids are covered.
Exactly. They say, they're so nice, too. They say, hey, if you need us, if you have questions, feel free to message us or call us. You can text us 360-388-7920 or, Facebook. So that's the deal on the Huntington's Pumpkin and Haunted Forest. 600 Cinnabar. I've had a lot of people ask me, well, where's it at? 600 Cinnabar Road in Cinnabar.
So can I plug an event?
Absolutely.
You got one? Have you heard of Teal Pumpkin, Steve?
That's right. That's yours.
Yes. Well, it's not mine.
Well, no, but it's over. Yeah, it's over on, is it Rock Street?
Yes.
Yeah.
So in the parking lot behind Eubanks Glass.
How come we don't have this one written down?
You just didn't print it off.
Okay.
There's posters. They're
okay.
out. There's
so tell us
event.
What it's about.
All right. So, let me back up. There is a national organization called FAIR, which is the Food Allergy Research and Education Group.
Right.
And they started this thing called Teal Pumpkin, where you could go on their website and you could register your house as a Teal Pumpkin location, which means that instead of just offering Halloween candy, you also offer a non-food goodie. And you might ask yourself, no, why would you do this?
Like say you guys are handing out transmissions for your car or something.
Oh, well, that would be cool. I don't know if anybody's doing that, but maybe.
Yeah.
You can hand out wrenches. Might be a little more reasonable.
You could hand out, some little toy or something.
Yeah. But anyways, so there's a lot of kids out there who have disabilities, and a lot of times kids with disabilities have nutritional restrictions. Mm-hmm. There are kids who have allergies that they're not able to have traditional Halloween candy. And when you stop and think about that, that's kind of sad and depressing.
It is, yeah.
So about 4 years ago, I think this will be our 4th year doing it, the Lewis County Autism Coalition and Cultivating Inclusion said, well, let's have a teal pumpkin trunk or treat. Instead of there being one house, let's do a whole location.
So it's going to be a trunk or treat.
Yes.
Okay.
So, and I think we'll have somewhere between 12 and 14 trunks.
Wow.
It's pretty good turnout.
And the location, give us
Yeah.
exactly where it's at.
So it's in the parking lot behind Eubanks Glass.
Okay.
So if you look for 101 North Rock Street, you'll see it right back there. That's the side street that runs down the side of Eubanks.
It's right by the China Creek, isn't it?
Yes, the China Creek actually goes right under that parking lot. So
that's what I thought.
Can't miss it. It's between Eubanks and Life Center Church. And it's great. You don't realize how much, we didn't realize how much of an impact it would have until the first year that we did it. But we had a parent, the one that I always remember, we had a parent come up to us who has a child in a wheelchair and said, thank you for doing this. I've never been able to take all of my kids trick-or-treating together at the same time. Because kid in a wheelchair can't go up porch steps.
No.
Can't, the things that typically developing children can do. So this was an experience that for the first time, this family got to trick or treat together.
Yeah, no, that's very cool. And you are very involved in really so many different causes. I mean, you're doing a lot of stuff.
I am a self-employed contractor, which means I do a lot of different things, but this is another organization. I've been a contractor with the Autism Coalition for almost 5 years now. My oldest son is on the autism spectrum, got his diagnosis through their SMART program. And just through all of that, I mean, we know a lot of nonverbal kids and, kids that will participate in this event. In fact, it's sponsored and supported by Chehalis School District's special education team at Orrin Smith. It's sponsored by Jan and Shelley Stemkowski, Eubanks, Life Center. IP Callison is a sponsor this year.
Very good.
So you don't realize how many people have a connection to a cause like
and
this.
Yeah, and as you said, what a great cause. Keep the family together, and it's something when you have anyone in a wheelchair, but I mean, or disabilities. So that's very cool.
But let me say, I just want to add too, the kids in the wheelchairs, they have some of the coolest costumes I've ever seen.
Really?
Like one kid came as Bumblebee, the Transformer. It was awesome.
That's good.
But if you want to go to that, it's Sunday, October 27th from 5 to 7. Again, in the parking lot behind Eubanks. We will be there, rain or shine.
That's perfect because you've got yours on the 27th and the 30th at the Veterans Museum, and then the 31st on Halloween at Laura Lee's
by design.
At John L. Scott. Yeah, nice
the
job.
Whole circuit.
Yeah, that's great. And again, if you didn't get all these, rewind.
Yeah.
Yep. And by the way, so. Not really a by the way, but I did want to mention this too. So in addition to the podcast, we now have Mohney FM up and going. It's online radio, and it's ready. It's ready for you folks to listen to. I mean, there's kind of working some bugs out here and there. So it's the 80s and more. And we're playing great music, the best stuff you've ever heard. All you have to do is go to
mohneyfm.com.
There you go. So the app's still in limbo, right?
Yep.
And then, but if you want to listen to it right now, so just mohneyfm.com, and that's where you'll find it.
Takes you right to the page. Okay. There's a player right there on that page. It's within the Eli Network website because, we're part of the network of entertainment here.
Right. and it's cool because I would have never believed this, but man, the fidelity is over the top. Mm-hmm. It's in stereo. It sounds wonderful. I'm doing the morning show between 6 and 10. Commander Dave's on in the afternoon, 2 till 6. And then we've got the totally awesome 80s, the 80s at 8.
I'm glad that you mentioned the fidelity because that's one of the things that just drives me nuts these days. Like flat screen TVs, the sound has gotten
they're horrible. You've got to, you buy a TV, but I mean, they don't put anything in it. So you got to get a sound bar. Right. You've got to get, surround sound and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. Dave has made this. He knows how to set the audio. I know I'm getting a little bit geeky here, but if you have a smart speaker or if you just have a speaker, it sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not going to get the great fidelity with this. There's the speaker right there.
The 3-dot speaker.
Yeah, the 3-dot speaker. Wow, that's something else. But if you get your little plug in or whatever, then it's going to sound good. So check that out. That's Mohney FM and. MohneyFM.com.
Mhm.
And you're going to hear much more about this, but we're on the air, we're broadcasting, and you'll hear a lot about all this stuff going on as well, plus the best hits for Southwest Washington.
Absolutely.
Thanks for filling in.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Paul's on assignment.
Yeah, assignment. And thanks for putting up with,
Oh, our pleasure. Look at that little baby. He's sleeping.
he's asleep now.
Yeah, he's done. He ate.
Yep.
She changed the diaper during the break.
Yep.
And now, how long will he sleep now?
Oh, probably, hopefully at least an hour. If I
Yeah.
get lucky, he'll sleep up to 3 hours, but I don't think I'll get that lucky.
So you can
today.
put him back in his car seat, take him down, put him in the car, and then so Owen and Hank get out. What time do they?
They're usually home about 4 by the time they
So
get
they
off
ride the bus home.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, boy, we were behind the bus yesterday. Yeah, and my son Matthew was with me, and he looks over and he goes, "Oh boy, what time is it? 4:05. See, this is why we hated riding the bus.
Yep.
2 hours there and back."
Yep.
It's kind of funny. Anyway, we'll talk with you more. We've still got more Halloween stuff next week, maybe a candy lineup or something like that. Thanks again. Have a good week. We'll talk to you soon right here on The Mohney Show.